Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watch One. Thanks for logging on. Today we're looking at the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Datejust reference 116200. You can see this 36mm stainless steel Oyster Perpetual Datejust on our website, watchyouwant.com. Purchase it there if you like, and if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Watch You Want Inc. You can also click the card in the upper right-hand corner of the video at any time to see our full listing for this watch with additional photographs, accessories included, and of course complete pricing details. That's the card in the upper right-hand corner of this screen. On my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference, this watch really is the classic profile of the 36mm Rolex Oyster case Datejust. It's compact, it's gorgeous, it's more like a cushion case in a moderate size than a truly round watch. Now, 36mm across the round of the case, the broad stance of the Rolex Oyster case means it really does wear more like a cushion, and that's accentuated by the solid end-link bracelet. The watch is broad more than it's round. So from lug to lug, it measures either 44.5 millimeters if you are measuring from extremity of lug to extremity of lug, or perhaps a bit more illustratively and realistically, from the end of the solid end link of the conforming end piece to the opposite extremity that corresponds on the opposite side. The watch is more like 46 millimeters from lug to lug. Still compact, but a bit more substantial for modern sensibilities. Now the watch is 11.5 millimeters thick, but it's a very compact 11.5. First, because it does feature a more or less cupped style case back, and you can see that well in profile. It does nestle into the skin and sit lower than its 11.5 millimeters. Also, because of the unique zero code bezel, we'll get into that in a moment, the domed bezel and flowing, fluid, curved case flank really allow any kind of tight sleeve or dress cuff to ride up and over the side of this watch. This is a very viable watch with any kind of formal attire. Tight dress cuff, long sleeve, this watch is good to go and well equipped. Now it does feature a superb 3-link Oyster bracelet, and it's easy to remember just a few years back when there were hollow center links, even hollow end links, stamped clasps. Well, those days are gone for Rolex. Even in something like a reference 116200, the humble Datejust, nevertheless we find a fully milled out, contrasting finish clasp, all solid center links, all 904L steel, and of course solid end links. The Rolex rattle is a receding memory with a watch like this, and it's very hefty in the hand, feeling almost like the precious metal Rolex Oysters of just a few years ago, because there is so much more steel in the bracelet, the end links, and the clasp. And the clasp has another secret. Rolex's tool-free 5mm Easy Link quick adjustment. Now you can see how it snaps in and folds out depending on your level of activity, the heat or humidity of the environment in which you find yourself. If your wrist expands a bit or contracts, you can take in or take out 5 millimeters of adjustable slack without any intervention of tools or a trip to the jeweler. And of course, fully milled out with spring-loaded closure, it snaps with a reassuring snick. But it is the dial and the bezel that define this particular reference. Now, Rolex has a couple of different bezels. The fluted bezel is well known. The flat conical bezel is well known. This is the code 0 bezel, as it's known. And it's domed, it's beautiful, it's fluid, it's even quite sensuous, and it completely alters the look of the 36mm Datejust. It extends the case in and around the bezel in a way that's a bit more intimate than the straight conical or even the fluted bezels. This one leads into a dial that's beautiful matte white with a railroad-style minute or second track outboard of applied white gold Roman numerals. Now this is an unloomed dial, so it's one that's designed to be beautiful in broad daylight. It's a gorgeous composition with matching 18-karat white gold hands at center, and of course the Rolex 5.18-karat white gold coronet at 12. Now the watch features a Rolex Calibre 3135 automatic winding Oyster Perpetual in-house movement. Now when you wind it up to full reserve, it has a robust 48 to 50 hours of power reserve, and it ticks along at a modern 28,800 vibrations per hour or 4 Hertz. Now, it does include quite a few remarkable refinements. It really is the heart of a sports watch, being the exact same movement that's featured inside the Rolex Submariner. Now, when you pull the crown out to extremity, it does hack the balance, stop the seconds, and this COSC Swiss chronometer can be synchronized precisely to a known accurate reference timer or atomic clock. Now you push the crown back in, ensure that the watch is advanced past the conceivable danger zone of the date changeover, and now you have access to a rapid cycling date quickset. Now, it's more than just a convenient caliber. It's a caliber that is robust. It has a full balance bridge anchored on both sides to attenuate shock. It has a Breguet overcoil hairspring handmade for variational resistance. That is, it will not vary its rate significantly in any position because the overcoil does ensure better concentric beating and a centered center of gravity of the hairspring itself. It also features a free-sprung balance with microstella variable inertia balance blocks on the balance itself, so simply shocking or disturbing the watch, taking a knock on the wrist, isn't going to permanently change the fine adjustment regulator for the movement. It's a robust piece built entirely in-house by Rolex, and thanks to the Oyster case and screw-down crown, it does have 100 meter or roughly 330-foot water resistance, so this one is good to get wet and wild this summer. While it may be a formal reference, as I mentioned, it does have the heart and soul of a sports watch, as well as the sensibility to match. You can see this Rolex Oyster Perpetual Datejust reference 116200 in stainless steel on our website, watchyouwant.com.